Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another thrift flip video. If this is your first time in the channel, I'm Yarisa. I've tried to record this intro like 3 times in 3 separate days since I started dealing with this video, which is basically like almost 2 weeks ago. So at this point I'm kind of done. So sorry if I'm a little bit of a negative Nancy today, but we're trying to make it work. I went to the thrift store and I was in the mindset that I wanted to get colorful clothes because I'm not really that much into that, and I was like, you know what, I need to add some color to my wardrobe. Some of the clothes that I got are like very pretty. They have really cool fabrics or whatever, but the problem is that some of them have issues that I need to fix, and I don't want to just put them on a corner because you know when you buy something and you're like, oh, it's cute, it has potential, but I'm gonna fix it later. I don't want to do that. I just want to try to fix as much as possible and like have everything ready, so if I want to wear it, put together some, you know, spring outfits or something like that, I can do it. That's what we're gonna be doing today. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe and also to hit the notification bell so you get a notification every time I post a new video, because you don't want to be missing out, you know. I'm always navigating on Pinterest trying to put outfits together, and I've seen that a lot of people are wearing like these mini skirts together with mini crops and like mini sweaters, so everything is mini, and as I'm a mini person, I was like, yeah, that's for me. So I bought this huge skirt. It had a print that reminded me a lot of like bed blankets, but also like Chinese patterns. I don't know why, but I kind of liked it, and I didn't own anything in that kind of blue, like purple, so I was like, yeah, you're for me. So I tried it on and I realized that it looks like a tent on me, but that's fine because it means that you're gonna have a lot of fabric to work with. I just tried it on and I saw more or less how much fabric I was gonna have to get rid of, and then measured my waist with like a measuring band, and this is just because I wanted to make sure that I was gonna have at least an idea of more or less what the size needed to be. So little did I know, I still effed up. Even though I took all those measurements, it kind of didn't work out, but it doesn't matter because I'm gonna show you how to fix it. So I was using another skirt to trim the outline of the skirt. I tried to cut the skirt with both of the sides together, and you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to cut separate. So you're supposed to cut the front first or the back, and then you put both together. So don't do what I did. Just cut first the front and then cut the back. And also, if you're gonna use one of your pieces of clothing to cut something like you see everybody doing here on YouTube, including me, make sure that it's inside out, because that's one of the main mistakes that I made. You know, cut the shape or whatever. If you're lucky, it's gonna be your size, but if you're not lucky like I wasn't, then it's gonna be too small. But what I did, as the skirt was too small, is that I cut it 2 extra pieces of fabric because the skirt was so huge. So after I cut the 2 pieces of fabric that were left over from the old skirt, I just pinned them to the sides, and then I went ahead and sewed them on the sides. And then once I had the extra fabric on the sides, I just added the front piece that was supposed to be the front of the skirt, and then my skirt was good to go. So then what I did is that I went on the inside of the fabric, and because this is like a satin, it's like a fabric that is made of polyester, so it can shred a lot. So because I didn't want the fabric to get ruined as I was washing it and all that, I went with my machine and I did the zigzag pattern on the edges. After that was done, the only thing that I had left to do was to do the border. I forgot what they call it, but you know, like the bottom of the skirt. I basically just like rolled the fabric and then pin it down, and I went into my machine and just with a simple stitch I closed it up. And after that, the only thing that I did is I flat ironed it, because as it's satin, when you sew it together, it kind of gets a little shrinky. The end result I love. I feel like it looks really nice, and this is something that I would actually wear in public without being embarrassed. You see, even if you messed up, you can fix it. And there you go, you have a trendy mini skirt. So the next thing that I'm gonna be talking about is the sweater, the crop top sweater. I have been seeing this thing everywhere. All the cool kids are wearing this crop top sweater. It's like, you know, it used to be something that your grandma used to wear, and now everybody's wearing it. So I'm like, I want to be cool too. And even though I'm 26, I'm like, I can still wear clothes that 13-year-olds wear, because you know, I'm like really small. So if you look at me from the back, I look like a 14-year-old, so it's kind of fine. So I went to the thrift store and I saw this really cool neon green type of sweater. It's like really powerful. I mean, this thing, I think it's fluorescent on the night. That's how bright it is. I got this little sweater and I'm like, you know what, you're cute. She looked at me again and she's like, yeah, you're cute too, let's be friends. It's cute and everything, but it kind of like wasn't giving me any vibes, so I decided that I was gonna make it a crop top. I trimmed the band away and then I pinned it again to the top. So then I just had to sew along it, and then once I had that part done, I decided to change the buttons because the buttons were like really basic. Like like you couldn't even see them. They were the same color as the top. So I'm like, you know what, you're not really working out. We need to try something else. We need to meet new people. More like we need to meet new buttons. We decided to meet new buttons and it actually worked out. I decided to go for like golden ones because I'm wearing gold all the time. And the ones that I got are really cute. They have like a little bow on the center. I was trying to show on the camera, but they didn't really show. The little holes where the button goes, I had to make them a little bigger because the other one were so small. So I just went ahead with my scissors and opened them up a little bit, and that was it. Just by doing those two little changes, I feel like the little sweater looks a little cooler, and I really like it better now than what it used to look before. The other thing that I've seen that a lot of people are wearing, like myself, is the crop tops. But I wanted to do a crop top, but I didn't want to be just like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna do a crop top, so I'm just gonna chop it up with scissors and there you go, you have yourself a DIY. No, I didn't want to do that. So I wanted to do like the ruffle design or like the lettuce design like they call it on the bottom. I have a top that already has it. So I found this really cute purple kind of bluish tone, the same color as the skirt, but it's in cotton. So I just went ahead and tried it and decided where I was gonna chop it off. I basically just cut it off and then I started to pin the edge all around with the pins. And I went ahead on my sewing machine and I chose the setting that is basically the zigzag. So you want to get the smallest zigzag that you can on your sewing machine, and then you just want to start sewing it on the edge and like pulling the fabric, you know, like stretching it out. I actually was searching for some ideas on how to do this and I stumbled upon the Best Dressed video. She made one like 4 years ago and that's how I learned how to make this. So shout out to you, Best Dressed. Thank you so much for that. At the end result was just like a very cute curly type of design on the edge, which looks really nice and gives it a little touch more than just a crop top that you just chop with a pair of scissors. That's kind of boring, but this is a little bit less boring, so there you go. So then the other DIYs that I had were kind of simple. The other thing that I had was a skirt. I really liked the design that it had. It was like very fluffy. So I saw the skirt at the thrift store and I was like, you deserve a second chance because it had a cute color. I don't know why, but I just like green. I think that I have been eating so much salad that it's been affecting my brain. And I was thinking about making it a mini skirt. So as always, I washed everything. I put the skirt on the washing machine and then when it came out, it had shrunk. I don't know why. I think that maybe I didn't put the settings right. I didn't really read the tags. I don't read the tags when I'm washing clothes. I just basically go by eye. So I throw it in there and when it was out, it was way smaller than it was at the beginning. So basically the interior of the skirt was too long. So now I had to cut it. I just went ahead and like put it inside out and I measured where I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be a little bit shorter than the edge. So I just trimmed it up with the scissors and then pin everything down and made like the little border on the bottom. I don't know why, I forgot what it means. I think that I'm having a brain fart or whatever. And finish it off by sewing it with a straight line all across, and that was done. Then the other thing that I got was this really cute kind of like Hawaiian style type of top. It had these really cute flowers that you always see people wearing when they are going to Hawaii. I mean, the thing is beautiful. The only problem is that I think this is like from the 80s or the 90s or something, and I don't know why, but they used to put like these pads that look like, you know, like when you're having your period and you use those pads on your underwear. This is what it reminds me of, the things that they put on the shoulders. Not cute. I just went ahead and took one of these like seam breakers or whatever they call that thing. Is it seam breaker? I think it's a seam breaker. A seam destroyer. So I used a seam destroyer and I went ahead and just like took them away, and I feel like it made them more comfortable, and this is a cute top that you can basically wear with anything. So I just went ahead and tied on the front and wore, I think, with the little mini skirt, and it looks absolutely beautiful, and I'm really glad that I bought this one. There's my daughter, she's calling me. So those were all the things that I had to show you today, guys. I hope that you liked it. It really took me a long time to put this video out. Like, I got sick, I went through everything to get this video done, and I think that finally today is gonna be up. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I wasn't so annoying. So yeah, bye bye.